Runway Delta 1, mission control. Roger, you're 2013. Sorry you fellows are having a bit of trouble. We are reviewing telemetric information in our mission simulator and will advise. Roger, your plan to go EVA and replace Alpha.
What's up?
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Stacker's Corner.
Oh,
it is. What's the date today? It is the 19th of March, 2025. And metals are flying, guys. Metals are flying.
Yeah, it's moving a lot stronger than I thought it would today. I knew it was a little bit, but whoo, big jumps.
Nice, very nice jumps. It's good stuff.
We got a newcomer in the chat. We got Paul Fave.
Paul Fave.
What is going on? He says, hello from Virginia.
Welcome.
Yeah, not too far away.
No, not at all. Who else we got? We got Jim Thompson. Jim, I don't know if you got my email, but you got something in the mail with I sent you an email with tracking. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. I think it's supposed to be there by tomorrow. Let's see. Finally.
Virginia says Virginia.
Virginia. Michael Stacking. How are you? My Silver Journey is Stalker. Son of a
monkey's uncle.
Humble Stacker. What's up, Humble? What is up? Paul, we got Paul here. Snake Bite. What's up, my friend? Metal Matt. What's going on? Hello, all from me too. L, how are you, L? Good to see you. Good to see you. Captain Vic. Hello. Chris of Virginia. Nanook, you have a I've got something coming your way too. It's already in the mail. Who else? Did I miss anybody? Will Land. How are you, Will? MP68. What's going on?
Did you get Metal Matt?
I did.
Oh, cool.
So we're going to give it a few minutes. We're actually on time today. I think that's probably shocking people. So we'll give it a few minutes.
Did you guys get that? Did we get what?
What I miss? I'm
not sure. Let's see. I'm always 4 or 5 hours from everyone. Hey, that just means you probably live in a nice, quiet area.
Yeah. Reluctant Stacker. Hey, welcome.
I got a box. I don't know where I put it now, but I got a box in that we're not going to open up until I come and see you next week.
Oh yeah.
I'll bring my tripod and whatnot. We can film us opening it because apparently there's stuff in it for both of us. Very cool. It did arrive. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of excited. Looking forward to it.
Yep. Paul lives in the country. Yeah, me too, buddy. And I absolutely freaking love it out here. We're in the outskirts of anything, all surrounded by farmland and pastures, cows and chickens. I love it.
All nice and quiet out here. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He says, "Open it, myself." No, it's like I said, it's not. There's something in there for Stack Attack, and there's something there for me, and I wasn't expecting something to be from him, but apparently there's a little something. So, but mainly the package was for Stack Attack. So I'm going to Raleigh to hang out with him next Wednesday, and I'll take it to him, and we can get it all squared away then.
Jim had a question. Am I getting the Henry Marine Corps rifle? I didn't even see it yet, dude. I'll be honest with you. I'm so freaking busy this week. I haven't seen it.
Henry's a nice piece to have.
I'll bet.
They are beyond my budget, though.
Oh, how much are they?
More than my budget. That's all that matters.
Is it an ounce, 2 ounces? What is it?
No, he's talking about a Henry rifle.
Oh.
Or at least are you talking about a Henry rifle?
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's the old school Libra action side loading.
No, I know what it is. I just didn't know if they were coming out with like a silver version or something.
Oh. Well, yeah, just clarify that. I think that's what he's talking about was the actual Henry rifle. Oh. Mr. and Mrs. West Texas, how are you doing?
Hey, West. West,
Paul says, me too, nothing but woods around me.
West, you got a package on the way as well. I think we've already communicated on that.
Hey, Paul's got cousins in Raleigh. Right up your neck of the woods, brother.
Snakebite says a Challenger got pummeled with hail in Missouri. The size of, oh, shoot. Sorry to hear that, brother.
Ugh, damn.
I keep mine in the garage and keep the Ranger Rover in the freaking driveway.
L, no, 3D Woodworks made this for me, and he did an amazing job on it. It came out fantastic. So, but yeah, 3D Woodworks
Does a great job. Matt, what's going on?
I'm going to be getting a second one from him too.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, how you doing, buddy? See, has it already been a week? Time flies. Eli, you are 100% correct.
Got that right.
Yes, it does. I used to live near Springfield, Missouri. My mother's from right outside Springfield, Missouri.
Missouri. Have I been to Missouri? Yeah, I've been to Missouri.
Moved back to Virginia in 2007. I work up in Virginia, but I don't mind the drive. I just prefer the quiet down here. Dude, look what I got in the mail from All Things Silver.
Oh yeah, yeah. You said he was sending that.
Yeah, he sent me the one they messed up and sent me the wrong one, and so he sent me one. I said, that is freaking awesome, dude.
That was nice of him. That was very cool.
So yeah, they are the Florida 5 Goldback. Absolutely.
Can't believe of all the ones to get screwed out of, that was the one you got screwed out of.
Yeah, it's the main one that everybody wants, including myself.
Becky, how are you? Good evening.
That's not true. I really want the 100 Goldback, but they're like $600.
I'm not paying that for a Goldback.
And I'm not paying $600 for a 10th ounce of gold.
No.
But the artwork on that one is insanely beautiful. That's the one with Liberty pulling the ship.
No, it's gorgeous, but not for me. Yeah, West, a lot of people pumping the Goldbacks. It's I think they're handing the big channel stacks of Goldbacks again. So they're out there pumping them.
They are more than welcome to send me some, and I'll just give them away to all y'all.
I'm over trying to convince people. Look, I have my opinion. If you guys like them, if you think there's a good, reason to have them, if you think they're going to be viable for the future, that's fine. I just don't see it.
No, for me, it's artwork.
That's it. I buy the ones I like.
I'm have a frame for each state, and I'm gonna, hang them up that way. So that's cool. I was gonna just go the 1 through, or the halves through the 5s, but I think I might squeeze out for the 10s as well. But we'll see. I'm not going any higher than a 10 though.
Mm-mm. Wes says the 5 is sexy. I'm telling your wife, dude.
Paul,
the artwork is
outrageous. They are. The premiums are insane. They're like 100%, 100% markup. But is what it is. Especially for the artwork, I'm okay. But for stacking, nope, not me.
Well, what's funny? I actually finally merged my Florida Goldbacks in with my older ones, and I was kind of looking. I was comparing, all of them, basically all the states that I've gotten. Yeah. Dude, it is no contest whatsoever. The original Goldbacks look like child's play compared to the Florida Goldbacks. The artwork has improved like threefold on these things. It's incredible.
Yeah, they went nuts with these. Fantastic job.
Did a great job.
Judith and Dan, hey, good to see you. Good to see you.
Been a long time.
Hey, Dan, Jack,
how you been? I don't think I've seen Dan, and it's been a minute.
We've got 29 folks in here already.
I thought we had more
just to listen to us jabber. Not for stacking. Florida has the best so far. Absolutely. I couldn't agree anymore. I mean, I like them all. They all have great artwork, but I don't know who did it for the Florida, but it's freaking outstanding. They did a crazy nice job.
For real. All right. Well, I'm showing 32. That's my mark to knock out Market Watch. If you guys want to go through that real quick.
And I got some roll that beautiful bean footage.
Boy, I got some stuff to show you guys tonight. Some fake stuff on eBay that I'm getting ready to show you. You guys are you're gonna love this. Actually reported the auction, and I'm gonna show you what the result was. So, but let's go through this Market Watch real quick. So silver, and these prices are the differences I'm going to quote is since we last met last week. So $33.88, almost $34. Nice. Very nice. That's $1.34 up from last week. That's a big move. Jump. When you jump $1 in silver, that's a huge move. Gold did just as, I mean, gold is killing. We called $3,000 gold this year, but damn, it went over. It said, the hell with you. We're going to go to 30.52, 3,052 an ounce right now. That's up $137 from last week. That's a jump.
I didn't see it getting there I was expecting at least another week or so for it to hit the 30.50, but in the last 3 days, it has just ran.
It's unbelievable. Platinum is up to $9.98. That's $32 higher than last week. Palladium's up $37 to $9.47. For you crypto bugs, crypto is not doing well. Metals are doing great. Crypto is not.
Yep.
Bitcoin is down to 87,288. Remember, this was over 103,000 at one point. That's a hell of a drop. Ethereum is down at 2,063. Binance is the only one that's up, 620. XRP is up 6 cents, 255. Doge is down 18 cents. Wonder if that's if they're matching up Doge with Elon's Doge. Everybody's just pissed off at Elon now. And algo is 20 cents a coin. So most cryptos are down. The major cryptos are down.
Yep. All the big names.
Excuse me. So anybody who's collecting, is anybody stacking crypto in here? I know some of you do.
I've got some, but not a whole lot.
I'm holding quite a bit actually. So let's get caught up on the let's get caught up in the chat here.
No, my entire crypto wallet is under 3,000 right now. So I mean, I don't have a lot. Fishing for bullion. What is going on, buddy?
What's up, Fishing for Bullion? How are you?
See, I will never buy any of the digital coins. You can't hold them, so you don't own them. Actually, there you can actually buy physical Bitcoins with the digital information imprinted on the coin.
Yeah, it's like a cold storage wallet. But what good is it?
No, they had them. They were actual silver coins.
Oh yeah.
And the information for the key for the coin is laser etched onto the coin.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty cool.
Paul's saving up for a 10-ounce gold bar. That's aggressive. That's awesome, dude. I hope you can pull it off. 30 grand, a little over 30 grand.
Well, I don't know if y'all watched Silver Dragon's video today, but he had a 400-ounce gold bar in his hand today.
Who had that?
400-ounce. He was at Sachs Bowers. What's the auction company?
Yes, Stacks Bowers.
Stacks Bauer. He was at their facility, and they had one, and they were letting them check it out.
Yeah, best I've done is hold a 758 ounce bar of silver. I haven't worked up the gold yet like that. Maybe next time we'll talk Pinehurst and the busting out the big boys. Joe Cavy's here. Cavy. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Let's see.
Here you go, L. Here's the link you're asking for. That is the link for being Becky.
Paul says he thinks silver's going to hit $65 this year. That's going to take a lot for it to hit 65, but never say never, I guess, right? Never know.
Too much for my pocket at one time. Yeah. In fact, something else I watched today was Yankees' new video, of course, and he was over at Tim's, and there was a guy in there that bought 16 ounces of gold.
Phew.
That is a big transaction.
And Yankee just happened to be there.
Well, I have no idea, but there was a 16-ounce transaction.
Yeah, that wasn't set up at all.
Let's see. Another guy on Tim's show bought 16. That's what I was just talking about. Yeah. Paper money isn't making me money in savings, so moving it into precious metals. A lot of folks are moving. That's why the precious metals are going up, because folks are moving their stuff into a stable.
Well, and bear in mind, folks, that the stock market is down, has been down.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to figure there's a lot of pull out there. People, the big wigs, the big investors, they're always going to pull their stuff out and go into gold. Always. It's just what they do. And when the stock market recovers, whenever it recovers,
it'll go the other way.
Massive sell-off, and then you'll see the price drop a little bit. But right now, that's a lot of what's driving it right now is market uncertainty and uncertainty about the economy. So metals are always going to thrive in uncertainty. And we're actually going to talk about that here. That's one of the topics I've got for today. So we're going to go over that.
Tony and Bill, how are y'all doing tonight? Thanks for coming in.
FG Stacker, how are you?
Hey, FG. How are you
Jim
doing?
saw the short on the Pinehurst scores. Yep, good stuff. Matt is asking, what about the dollar? The dollar is up and down. But if the dollar goes weak, if we go into a recession, you're going to see metals go crazy. I can promise you that.
100%. It'll go nuts.
I'm trying to get caught up here. This thing's kind of moving. Let's see. Fishing for bullion.
Dragon, silver kicking and screaming and going up in value. I'm surprised that silver has took so long to start really moving.
Well, it always lags. It lags behind gold. It's always been the case.
I know it does, but it took so long for it to start to move. Gold moved $1,000 before silver moved $2.
Yeah.
I mean, it took forever for it to start to move, and now it's pushing like hell. So,
yeah. Yep. What else we got? Let's see. All right, I'm starting to get caught up here. Okay, I think I'm caught up.
Yep, I'm at the bottom.
Yeah. Bill Arrington's here.
Out before it's too late. Yep.
So Tony's checking in. What's up, buddy? Bill is here. How you doing? Oh, all right.
Silver squeeze seems like it's gonna take off. There was an actual official silver squeeze some year back that it really did push silver up pretty strong, but it fell right back down after it.
Mm-hmm.
The big thing that's moving silver right now is gold. Yeah. Gold's running the way it's going because of everybody, all the banks and everybody buying it. The stock market's going down, so everybody's going into gold, and just naturally silver's going to go.
Yeah, it's always been symbiotic. It just may take a little bit longer.
But
for sure.
Now, from the way I understand it, I mean, I've only been doing this a couple of years, but silver lags gold, but when it starts moving, it almost always outperforms gold percentage-wise.
Yep. Paul was saying the same thing. And a lot of people, I say that too. A lot of my videos, I've said that silver does outperform gold in a lot of cases. And they're like, what are you, stupid? Silver will never match gold. It's like, we're not going by overall price, dingbat. We're talking about percentages.
If you have to look at it by percentage, or it'll never work in your head if you don't.
Yep. L says pre-33 is a better price. It's down. Pre-33 is down a little bit. The premiums have come down a little bit. Chris is talking about graphene. I've heard about that. I haven't done a whole lot of research on it, but I've heard about it.
Welcome back, Eli. Said his phone passed out.
I got mine on the
silver
right now.
Has a stable base at 33 now. Yeah, I would agree with that.
L says dingbat. I say that. Great minds think alike. There you go. I like it. I like it. All right. So one of our topics tonight is eBay.
Yep.
We're going to talk about metals on eBay. So some of you, I think, I don't think anybody, I think a couple of you saw my post on it. It didn't get a whole lot of attention. So I'm thinking most people don't know about it. But last week I found multiple auctions of fake maples, clearly fake maples. They were horrible looking. And the guy was selling for $19 a coin. What a bargain, huh? That's a deal, half price, damn near half price. And lo and behold, if you bought one, you got 40% off the second one. So keep buying them. Keep buying them. So I want to show you guys a little something here. I did end up reporting the auctions, and I'm getting ready to show you what eBay had to say. And it may or may not surprise you. So let's take a look. All right, share. Let's look at the auction first. Make sure everybody can see that.
I'm telling you, you need to get a couple monster boxes while the prices are down.
All right, can everybody see that?
Yeah, it's up.
All right, so you can see at the top, buy one, get another one at 40% off. What a freaking deal. Look at that maple. That looks horrible.
Oh, look at the size of his nose.
I know.
Oh,
and
God,
then he clearly has photoshopped these in. You can see that that's a Photoshop fake maple. I mean, look at that.
Well, you can see it's actually not the proper hand holding it either. So it's all definitely Photoshop.
That's awful. And I don't know what's going on here. You got two hands on, and I don't know. These are pretty bad. So I reported these. He has multiple. This guy has multiples of this crappy coin. And so I reported it to eBay, and this is what I got. Got this email. Decision was made on the listing that you reported. And we'll read through it real quick before we move on. It says, hello. Thanks again for reporting the listing you found. What happened? We looked into your report and didn't find the listing to be in violation of our policy. This determination was made by a customer service agent. Now, bear in mind, I told them the going price of silver right now is in about 32, 33. This guy's selling them for 19. And then, 40% off if you buy two. Nobody does that. Nobody legit is ever going to sell them at half price. And this is what I got. They said they looked into the listing, didn't find it to be in violation of the policy. How about that? Unbelievable. So no go. I reported this and nothing happened. Kind of stinks.
Well, I mean, at the same time, whoever looked at it, I'm pretty sure they just don't know what they're looking at. And
yeah, well, clear. And that's a concern because eBay, one of their strengths, quote unquote strengths, is that they have experts on staff to avoid crap like this. And clearly, whoever their metals person is, doesn't know shite.
Definitely not an expert.
That's just insane. That's just stupid. So here, I forgot to switch screens, but here's the.
Hey, Kevin Hawthorne, how you doing, buddy?
Here's the screen. Here's the decision. If you guys can see this. This is just to show you guys that I did do it. This is what they said. This is what I got back. They looked into it, didn't find it to be in violation. And it was determined by a customer service agent. Wow.
It's a shame.
Unbelievable. So, folks, a couple things. Be careful on eBay. Now, I buy plenty on eBay, but I always buy from established sellers. Always make sure their feedback is good. And,
do you still have that listing pulled up? What's the feedback and how many sales has that seller done and all that stuff?
He's got horrible feedback. He's at like 94% overall, but he's got multiples of this auction. That's the crappy part. Let me share that.
That's terrible.
Let's look down one more time.
FG Stacker says, yeah, same response I've gotten from reports too.
They suck.
That's nuts.
They suck.
Metal Matt says, I don't know how this is listing is legal, let alone passes terms of service.
So look at this. He's got multiples. I mean, if you look,
$16.80.
Yeah, what a bargain, huh? Actually, yeah, you get some money off, 12% off with free shipping. But here's the key, guys. If you can see my mouse, I don't know if you can.
Coming straight from China.
Shenzhen, China. If that doesn't scream, stay the hell away. I don't know what else does. So, yeah, this is bull. But you know what? This is one of hundreds. This guy alone, I mean, he's got a bunch.
Eli says that eBay rep was, wait for it, a dingbat.
Look at all this stuff, man. He's got a bunch of them.
Bill Arrington says, I'm going to switch to the kitchen TV, still listening, cooking dinner. A lot of folks are watching on TVs these days.
I actually looked at the percentage. You realize 32% from the last one watched it on TV?
Isn't that crazy?
So let me stop this thing here. All right, we're back.
I mean, how would you want to look at our mugs even bigger? Let's see. Jim says, I asked the seller if I could send him 5 $4 bills or send him 5 $4 bills for one. Did you get a response?
Oh my goodness. Be careful out there, folks. I know everybody in this chat is good. I'm completely confident nobody here believes that crap. Unfortunately, there's plenty more that do. Unfortunately,
we'll send them hundreds.
Yeah, there you go. Send them a
Look
stack.
How tiny these little things are compared to a coffee drop. Little itty bitty things.
See,
All he's got.
the fake ones I have are actual size, and they don't say copy on them anywhere.
I've got the ones I've brought to your house the other day. Those are actual size. These are like half size.
Yeah, no, these are actual size, and they don't say copy on them.
So yeah, sounds like eBay has no common sense. A lot of them don't.
They don't care. They're not going to take the time to look. You know how many reports they get per day on stuff like that? They don't care. But if you're going to use, at least if you're going to use PayPal, you've got a little bit of backing on it. You can always just report them and get your money back.
Humble Stacker said he got like 1 gram today at spot. He's talking about 1 gram gold, and he picked up 5 rounds as well. That's a nice haul.
Yep.
Especially if that 1 gram was a gold at spot. That's a great deal.
Yep. Ben, it's about as simple as that. If you're not familiar with the seller, you don't buy from them, especially at $19 for a $34 coin.
Those hundreds are for leprechauns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just adding what I can when I can. That's what I do. I mean, it doesn't matter if I buy 1 ounce or 10 ounces. I'm getting something every week, but just make sure it's something. Currently focusing on dimes, quarters, and 1 ounce bars, trying to get the weight up.
That's the way you do it.
Not a thing wrong with that. Not a thing.
I've got a few bars. You know that.
I haven't picked up any bars in about a month. I got to get some more.
Yeah. Yep. I've got to finish that last guardhouse box, and then I'm done with it.
The Hero, Pinehurst, and the Vault. Only place I'll send my paper money.
Yep. Steve Barnes in the house. How you doing tonight, bud?
What's going on,
Mr.
Barnes?
By the way, Steve sent, he didn't have to do it, but he did. Maybe we'll do it next week. I don't have it in front of me. He sent a really cool COVID 1 ADVP or AVDP.
Avoirdupois.
AVD.
Ounce AVDP.
COVID-19 copper round. Very cool round. He wants us to give it away, and we will do that next week. So, cool. Steve, thank you. You did not have to do that, buddy, but thank you. We'll give that away next week. Let's see here.
Speak of the devil. This is Joseph. So, speak of the devil. West Texas Stacker is here. I was talking about, pardon me. I was talking about your comment on ordering on Temu. It's ironic you mentioned Temu because I actually just got a new chair. You can see it right behind me there. And I ordered it on Temu.
Is it fake?
I mean, it's holding me up pretty good, and it was half the price of Amazon.
You got a counterfeit chair?
Yeah, this one.
Because everything else they have on there is pretty damn cheap, but it looks like they're actually up in their game. I gotta say, I've seen a lot better products on Temu. I keep an eye on that place, but they do have all the fake silver and gold you'd ever want. So that's
bargain prices.
Oh, it's cheap. I've got a whole collection. Yep. I got a whole collection of Temu silver and gold that I keep for reference.
Tony says went to a local coin auction last week, added some vintage Inglehards for $1.50 over. That's nice.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Then the price of silver jumped to $34. Man, Inglehards at $1.50 over. I stacked up on those absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Nanook is working on a guardhouse. Yep, 1 ounce bars. I'm close to finishing a third one, and then I am done with bars. Those are just going in the deep stack, and they're just getting put away, and they're going to stay there. That was weight. That was my addition to weight. Bottom line. 3K gold.
The Eagle silver rounds say copy on the back. Which Eagle silver round?
Well, if they do, somebody did the right thing then.
If they're from Temu, I'm sure they do.
No, I have some stuff that they don't. For a lot of all the stuff from Temu that I bought, all the fakes, they don't say copy anywhere. But they're so bad, like the maple.
If you know what you're looking at, you'll spot it right away.
Yeah, I've got a video coming out Sunday. It's probably going to be a little bit controversial, but whatever. You know how people are. Everybody be up.
How about that $3,000 gold?
Yeah, but we're going to cover the
$3,050 gold. Yeah,
right.
Yes,
but we're going to cover the maple. Is going to be the video Sunday is going to be about the maple and should we boycott it? since Canada's thrown out all our liquor and American products. They're boycotting America. Should we boycott the maple? So that's Sunday's video.
Not as long as I can get them around Spot.
I'll get hate from the ones that just see the title, but it's all good.
Gold will be out of reach for many very soon. It's out of reach for many already.
Damn near there now.
Beyond the budgets I like to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Anybody panning in North Carolina, Virginia? I have not.
Being Becky picked up a $2.50 gold Indian, 1913. Nice.
Love those. The Incuse. I love them. Love them.
I would like to try gold panning. There are areas here in Carolina where people do it.
Yeah, you got to drive quite a ways out, I think, right? Was in the mountains?
I know you can do it in Uwharrie, which for me is about 4.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
Usually if we go to Uwharrie, we're taking the Jeeps to go run the mountain trails, but people pan in the streams up there all the time. Apparently they pull out gold all the time.
Yeah, Elle says there are eagle replicas in the form of 999s. Well, there are plenty. I forget the name of the company that makes them, but they do make an eagle round. But they're little. There's a tiny circle of their logo on the not on the obverse. Yeah, the obverse, right under Liberty. So their actual logo is right. But it's not even that good a copy. I mean, nobody that knows eagles is going to look at that and think it's an actual eagle. Eli said that'd be cool if us in the Carolinas met up and went panning for gold. Yeah, it would.
It'd be fun, even if we don't find anything.
It's a lot of work.
Disappointing though.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Backbreaking. Yep. I've seen YouTube videos in Virginia and North Carolina. There's lots to be found in the creeks. Absolutely. As long as you got the time and the patience, yeah, it can be found. Absolutely.
We did some, we were doing, well, this wasn't for gold, but we used to do about down by Fayetteville. And a lot of people don't realize that part of North Carolina was underwater. It was ocean back way back, millions of years ago. It was ocean. So me and my buddy are out there. We're digging up all these fossilized shark teeth. I mean, hundreds of them in the middle of the woods. And these hikers came along and like, what are you guys doing? I said, we're getting shark teeth. And they're like, you do realize you're 2 hours from the coast, right? Like, you do realize that the earth didn't look like it does now millions of years ago. This was all underwater at one point. And apparently it was a breeding ground for about 8 different sharks because we found 8 different sets of teeth. I found my first meg tooth out there. So that was cool. Very cool. Let's see.
I see there's a guy at the coin shows that always has megalodon teeth.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Cool to have one.
He wants a lot. I don't have any,
but they're a little pricey.
They are pricey.
Let's see. I tried gold panning in Alaska at a commercial site. The samples were salted, so there would be gold in every bag.
Nice.
Huh. You know what? I'm gonna do some gold panning in June.
Oh yeah,
June 28th to be exact.
At the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it, dude. They always do gold panning in the back at the big show every year.
Maybe I'll go with you. Say goodnight, Jen.
Good night, Jen.
Good night, Jen. Good night. Say good night so they can hear you.
Good night.
Oh God.
You're gonna get hit with a shoe, dude.
Antisocial. Good night. Paul's buddy found
10-gram gold bars at Spot. That's a great deal.
Yeah.
Anything at Spot's a great deal.
Ben was asking if anybody's stacking fractional gold. I haven't bought gold in a minute, but when I did, the lowest I would go is quarter. I would go quarter ounce.
Technically, every piece of gold I have is fractional.
Mm-hmm. Don't you
even
have
my big one because I have a pre-33 double eagle, which is like
just
slightly
short.
under an ounce.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll still call it an ounce. But that's the only big coin that I have.
I got lucky. I bought all my full ounces of gold back when it was like 1,800. So I wouldn't do that now. I don't think I'd buy full ounces now.
Oh, absolutely not.
No, just too many other
Stacker put
things.
out a video today with a good question. People are going to start buying platinum. He just went and bought a platinum coin today.
Really?
Because platinum's $1,000, but
Yeah, I don't know.
question is, do you think platinum's gonna actually start moving again?
Platinum has been dead for well over a year now, so if it's going to move, you'd think it would move.
The thing is, it needs another industrial use to make it start moving again.
Yeah. Yeah. So if they keep stealing those catalytic converters, maybe there'll be a market.
That's exactly right. I don't. Ben's asking, what's the weight on that pre-33? I don't remember exactly. It's like 98% of. Oh, I can look it up.
Wow.
Let's
What
see.
was that? It's just under an ounce. It's not quite an ounce.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0.99596, something like that. 9.96. I don't remember. Anybody in the chat room?
If I can find it anywhere.
96. Yep, Tony, I think that's it.
0.9675.
That's what I thought. I thought it was like 0.96 something.
Yep.
I couldn't remember the exact number, but I thought it was like 0.96. I mean, call it what it is. It's pretty much damn near an ounce.
Well, when you figure in its numismatic value, it's actually worth more than a 1 ounce of gold bullion. So
if you can get it
price wise, you might as well say it's the same.
Well, don't go if you're looking to get more on your pre-33. Do not go to the coin shop to sell it.
That's right. Yeah,
go peer to peer all the time, all day, because the coin shop, they got to make their money. If you guys have seen Pawn Stars, where you hear Rick, "There's no money in it for me. I gotta have some money in it. There's no money in it for me." It doesn't work. They got to make their money.
Thomas, thanks for coming in. He's asking, is gold and silver God's money? Absolutely. It's in the Bible, man.
And then there was a chapter. What was the verse in the Bible that says, and they threw their gold and silver in the streets? Something like that. You remember how that went?
This way down. There's only 2 verses that I have memorized, and that's not one of them.
Something like they threw their gold and silver in the streets. It was worthless. Something blah, 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 blah. I don't remember the exact passage.
See, $5 half eagle is 0.2419. Yeah, because it's just shy of a quarter ounce.
Yep. Yeah, that's the reason a lot of people
4% back on pre-33. See, that's just what he was talking about. If you go to a dealer, it doesn't matter what you're selling, they're not going to give you as much as a peer-to-peer, but it's a faster transaction at a dealer. So it just depends on if you have the patience.
You know what the drawback is for pre-33? People are inherently lazy. My electronics teacher had a great quote on humans. He always said it to us because I guess we were lazy kids, but he said humans are like the flow of electricity. They take the path of least resistance.
Least resistance. Yep.
The thing with pre-33 gold, it's fractional. Yeah, and it's got all these complicated. You actually have to do the math on it to figure out what you got. People don't want to do that. They'd rather say quarter ounce, half ounce, full ounce. That's what they want to deal with. They want to deal in reality, realistic numbers.
Let's see. Thomas says the reference that you're talking about is to the Jews in the last days. And Paul says dealers have too much overhead and cost, and they got to make their margins, which is completely understandable. They got to keep the doors open and pay the employees.
Yep. Unless you're like my guy who just works it himself, he's just paying rent and utilities.
Chelsea Ice says, problem at my LCS, everyone who has the money wants it, so us little guys get the leftovers. I don't even get the leftovers. I get the crumbs of the leftovers.
El, you like the Philharmonic? I've never been impressed with the Philharmonic for some reason. I don't know why.
I mean, I don't like them. I've got, I think, 2, and I also have a 10th ounce gold. But I only have those because my family is Austrian. So I was like, well, let me get a couple of their coins. But I'm not a fan of the Philharmonic.
I was at a coin shop not long ago, and this guy came in and he says, "Yeah, I got these silver coins I want to sell." He's talking to the dealer, and the coin dealer was like, "All right, what you got?" He's, I don't know, got this building on him. He's got this building. I'm looking at him like, there's a building on it? I said, are you talking about Phil's?
A lot of people think it's the symphony building.
It's not a building. It's an organ.
It's a pipe organ. That's right.
He was surprised. He looked, so he goes, it's a what? I said, it's a pipe organ. It's not a building. So he looks at the coin and he goes, I'll be damned. I said, I just inherited these things. I don't know anything about them. I just want to sell them.
Judith and Dan says that your quote that you were talking about, Ezekiel 3:19 is the scripture.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember the exact one, but I think I do remember how it kind of went. Ben's asking for predictions on how high silver will hit in 2020.
I'm getting ready to say we get asked every show. Yep.
Where are we at now? 30. We're almost 34. I think we hit 35 easy. 40. I'm not convinced, but
to be honest, the way it's going, I wouldn't be surprised to see it hit 37, maybe even 38. I mean, we're only 3 months in, and we're holding strong above 33.
Yeah, it's been months since we've been below 30. It's been months. So
yeah, so
definitely been hanging in there.
That would be my guess.
Yeah, I say 37, 38, unless something goes horribly wrong. But we'll see.
But of course, these are just guesses.
Yeah, we don't know anything. Nobody does. Elle just likes the instruments. That's cool. I can respect that. I can totally respect that. Let's see. Chris says he doesn't have a single fill. A lot of people don't. I have very few. Normally, I collect at least a tube of
each sovereign.
Sovereign, yeah, every sovereign. But I have maybe 3 fillies. That's it.
The fills are good if you're wanting to stack for weight because you can get them at generic.
Yeah, kangaroos are actually creeping up themselves. I don't know why. They are one of the worst for milk spotting.
I say kangaroos and fills are both horrible for milk
terrible.
spotting.
They're right up there with the Royal Milkmaids, the Britannias. It's crazy. Yeah, Steve, I'm with you, man. I just can't pay a premium on fills. Wouldn't do it.
Nope, got a correction. It's Ezekiel 7:19. He said he did a fat finger.
All right, I'll have to look it up so I can get the exact one. Ben says the gold ones are nice. Yeah, look, to me, any of the sovereigns, any of them, take any sovereign, put it in gold, and I think they look fantastic. I really do. It doesn't matter which one. They all look amazing. My favorite is the Libertads, but I'm not paying that premium on them. So for those, I mean, the Eagle is overpriced to me. So usually it's gold Maples or gold Britannias for me. I don't worry about spotting on the Britannias. Not for gold anyway.
Well, you can get those little copper spots, but you don't
I don't mind. I actually don't mind copper shining through. I think copper is the best color in any kind of metal there is, to be quite honest. If you take gold, silver, and all that, I think copper's got I think copper's the best color.
Judith and Dan said they have 3 monster boxes of fills.
Really?
That's stacking.
You know what SGT sent me to make his 10, 11 ounce Bulldog fills? He sent me a bunch of, Philharmonics. He didn't like them. So he sent me 11 of them. I ended up melting them down.
You can get 1/20th fills fractional. Actually, there's several coins you can get 1/20ths. Mm-hmm. You can get pandas. You can get Libertads. There's, I think I've seen a Krugerrand that small. Yeah, there's a lot of them that come in the 1/20ths.
Ben's asking, where is Nash? Nash, I don't know where Nash is today, but he's been pretty busy. He's working on that platform. I know they're putting.
Yeah, they're really trying to get that launched, and
they're trying to get all them
planned.
Yep. Let's see. Jim, sounds like you got
sound.
Oh yeah, I still got these, but they're getting ready to get melted. Yeah,
these were supposed to get melted over the weekend, and I was out of town all weekend helping Tim. So
you remember these?
Oh yeah,
great sound.
Yeah, you got to melt those down for your LCS.
So Jim got a just above melt. Yep, every sovereign I've ever bought was just above melt. That's why I think the foreign gold is not getting the due diligence. They're not. I don't think it's getting the attention it deserves because people are afraid of it or they're not familiar with it. And let's face it, gold's expensive. You don't want to make a mistake. But Don't be afraid of that foreign gold, guys. The sovereigns are beautiful and they're cheap. So gold is gold when it comes down to it. It all melts the same. It all weighs the same.
No, the gold buffaloes, they're pure gold. There's no copper in them.
No, that's the purest form.
24 karat.
Yep. Let's see. Thomas said, pick up any new pew-pews. No, I have not. I'm pretty good on mine. I think I've got enough. I don't know if you can ever have enough, but I think I have enough for now.
I got enough for what I need. I haven't bought any in a couple of years.
I'm just stacking ammo at this point. I'm not stacking weapons. I'm stacking ammo.
See, that's what I got to get back into rotation, is adding more brass and lead to my stack. I mean, I have tens of thousands of rounds, but I need, it's just like silver, just stack what you can get if you find the right price.
I just stocked up on 5.56 last week. Bought a bunch of it.
I need a little bit more. I want to, my 5.56, I want to raise it by about 20%, and I'll hit my goal for 5.56.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm almost there on those. Let's see. I got a 10th 2000 Krugerrand at 265. You got that under spot.
No kidding. That's a great price for 110 right now. That's a phenomenal.
Well, he
price.
said he got it when gold was 28.65, but you're still $20 under spot. So that was a great price.
Still under. Thomas says, how many days since your last chart? None of your freaking business. Humble. Did he really ask
what? What did he say?
How many days since your last chart?
Oh my God.
We're getting there. Let's see.
Ammo's cheap right now. I need to go and look.
Chelsea
I saw someone say their gold buffalo has a dark spot, reddish on it. They call them copper spots, but it's not copper. It's it's just a kind of tarnish that gold can get, but heat takes it away. So if you don't like them, you can actually, believe it or not, Tuli did a video where she put a torch on one just for a second, and the spot went right away. But yeah, if you don't like them, they'll go away pretty easy.
If you want to put a torch to your gold,
it didn't leave a mark or anything. Somebody, I didn't get finished watching the video. Somebody the other day took one that had spots in it and put it in boiling water, and I didn't get to finish to see if it worked. But that would be interesting if it does.
Yeah, I think that's just a natural process. I don't think there's anything insanely insidious about it. I think it's just part of the process.
Phil said he traded 2 pews for 3 ounces of gold today. Wow.
As long as they weren't, I mean, what depends what they are, I guess.
Yeah.
If you got like collector 1911s or something, then that was probably a fair trade. But if you just got like a Ruger 9 Security 9 or something, then you got a great deal. Because I think there was a sale. I think Cabela's had a nice sale last weekend, but I'm not in the market right now for pistols. I'm just
if somebody offers me a gold coin for my AR, I am trading a 1 ounce gold coin.
Oh, for sure. Somebody wants to give me an ounce for my AR, they can have it. I'll just get another one. Hey, SMC.
Let's see. I'm already half of my stacking goal for this year. Dude, you are crushing it. You're only 3 months into the year. Heck yeah.
See, here's the thing, Humble. You're going to hit it, and then you're going to be like, all right, time to add to it. Because you just can't stop.
Paul, yeah, I did know about that. Boiling water with aluminum and baking soda does remove tarnish off of silver, but he wasn't doing that for the gold. He just had straight boiling water because it's heat that removes those copper spots. And I guess he was just testing to see if it had enough heat to do it with just the water. I need to go back and find the video and finish watching it. Yeah, what's a good price for ASEs at this point? I don't like to see ASEs more than like $4 over spot. And that's usually I won't buy them unless they're like $3 over spot, because I can find them at that. But once they go over 4 past spot, I won't mess with them.
Yeah, because if we're at almost $34 right now, you got to figure Eagles are going to be on for 38.
Yep,
probably high 37s, low 38s, somewhere in there.
One of my shops, Silver Eagle, he always has some in his generic bin. that are tarnished or they got scratches or something like that, and he sells them for just flat bullion. So if I'm in the mood for eagles, that's usually where I get them.
I found an 86 eagle in a
First year.
First year, I found an 86, and it was just tarnished all to hell. And I admit it, I cleaned it. I mean, I didn't pay anything for it. I said, "What the hell?"
We just dip it real quick, and it'll take it'll take the tarnish off.
Mm-hmm. Looks brand new now.
Is the golden Fort Knox? I don't think it's empty.
It's not empty, but is it real and is it ours? I guess is my concern.
Thomas is wanting to know what your favorite snack food is.
Well,
I don't snack that much. What?
Cashews. No, you know what? How about pickled okra?
Pickles what?
Pickled okra.
Oh, no, thank you.
The hotter the better. I like the spicy ones.
Believe it or not, I really, really like peanuts. Spanish peanuts, the little red skin ones that are.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess because I do eat quite a bit of those, so I guess that would be my favorite snack.
Ben, that's actually a good question. He's asking, is dipping considered clean? If it's detected by a grater, absolutely.
It depends on who's looking at the coin, because dipping it technically is not cleaning it. You're just dipping it into something. But if you do anything to rub it, you're going to leave a mark on the coin, and a grater will see it.
The problem with dipping, there's
just dip it for a few seconds. Is a lot of them, it'll still be okay.
As long as you don't take that finish off. That's the problem. There's a certain finish. There's a hue. There's a patina, however you pronounce that. And if you leave it too long, you strip that. The coin will look great, but somebody in the know is going to look at it and go, "Yeah, that's been dipped." Yeah, totally.
When it boils down to it, if it's a numismatic coin, a collectible coin, don't clean it, don't dip it, don't do anything. It's not worth the chance of damaging the value of the coin.
But if you've got some old 90%, for example, clean them. What the hell? You got nothing to lose.
Yeah, you're not going to hurt those.
As long as it's not numismatic, you don't have a key date or something like that. I've cleaned plenty of my constitutional. I've thrown a bag full of dimes into a friggin' solution, and they came out all pristine.
Chelsea's asking, did you guys watch the gold price of Kitco around 3:30 today?
Said gold was on the road.
$2 a minute.
I was actually driving. I couldn't do anything.
I was filming and editing a video, so nope. Nope, not today.
Elle likes pistachios. Girl, I love them. I absolutely love pistachios.
Pistachios are dangerous. They're delicious and expensive at the same time.
But you can go through a whole bag without even blinking.
Yep, absolutely. Larry Downey, what's going on, brother?
Jim says okra's too slimy.
I don't do
the pickled ones. The pickled ones aren't too bad. Philip traded a never used 1941 M1 and a Russian AK. All right. Nice.
Oh, Elle's got a huge bag of pistachios today. It makes me want to go get some.
See, I have cashews. I got to finish the cashews first.
See, I like cashews, but I get sick of them really fast.
Really? I like that they're not as hard as like the peanuts or some of the harder nuts.
See, I like the crunch.
Do you? I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
I kind of like the cashews.
I really like crunchy stuff. That's my mother. She loves cashews.
I do too. Big test. The hounds are doing fantastic. Big boy is dealing with some skin issues like Rottweilers do. So I've got him on some probiotics, and he's starting to scratch a little bit less. I think we finally got it down. Thomas is asking, did you ever code red someone? I have not. Even though there's a lot of hazing in the Marine Corps, believe it or not. When I first got to my unit, hazing was a huge thing. Basically, they would pink belly you or stack you or both. Stacking is when they pile on top of you. Pink belly is exactly what it sounds like. They just keep whacking you on the belly till you turn pink. But I remember when it was my turn, when I first checked in, I said, all right, here's the deal. There's more of you than me. You'll get me down. But I'm going to focus on one of you. And I swear to God, with God as my witness, I'm going to rip your balls off. You're going to be in the hospital with me. So who's it going to be? And they just thought I was stupid nuts, so they backed off. And I never got hazed in my unit, so I was pretty fortunate. But it does exist. It does exist. Judith, Dan says just put the okra in the gumbo. Yeah, I like it just the way it is, guys. I like the pickled okra. Love it.
What does Code Red mean? Watch the movie A Few Good Men.
Yeah, that'll explain it real well.
It'll explain every bit of it. It's a Tom Cruise movie, really good movie.
Without making you watch the movie, Code Red is basically a disciplinary measure among the troops. So instead of going through Article 15 or NJP, any kind of NJP or formal hearing, troops kind of take care of themselves and they beat the snot out of you until you get the message and you stop screwing up. Because when one screws up, the unit suffers. So that's how they look at it. So yeah, you might be in the rack one night and getting your tail beat before you even know what's going on. So it is a thing.
But the movie's still worth watching.
Oh, fantastic.
Everybody's heard the quote, "You can't handle the truth." That's what that's from. It's a really, really good movie. Full Metal Jacket was good too. One of the greats.
Paul wants another red-nosed pit. Yours passed. I'm sorry for that, man. Sorry you lost yours. We lost our boxer, and our female pitty was kind of the next one up. So, and she has been a blessing in our lives. She is amazing. This dog is just the most affectionate dog I think I've ever owned. She wants to be right up in you. Crazy little girl. Crazy little dog.
Ben's got to go. A couple questions. Anyone have any trade dollars?
I had one at one time. I traded it. Believe
it
or not, I traded my trade dollar.
There you go. Well, then he asked, when do you think digital currency will be implemented?
You know, it's funny. There's been so much going on in the world that digital currency that's all been awfully quiet. There's nothing new on it. No news. That CBDC that they were making so much to do about last year never came out, or it didn't in some shape or form, but obviously it didn't take priority. So it makes you wonder if they're just keeping it quiet and just going to launch it on you at one point. I don't know. I don't have an answer to that.
Thomas, neither one of us own a pickup truck. So we don't, he's asking what kind of truck do you drive?
Well, when I did have one, it was a Nissan Titan and I sold it because the damn thing, you're sitting at a red light and you're watching the gas needle go down. That thing was insane. Insane.
The last one I had was an F-150, but it's been like 15 years ago.
Well, this thing was a tank. It was 4-wheel drive, tow package, the whole deal, and not good on gas. The big V8.
Yeah, but those things get like 10 miles a gallon.
Oh, I don't even know if it was that. I think it was more like 8 or 9. It was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. SMC says dogs are the best. Yes, sir.
The tax refund from Doge. I don't see that happening. Hey, be honest with you, they shouldn't do it. I mean, a lot of people might smack me for saying that. They need to put that money towards the national debt,
or to good charities or veterans. Maybe veterans get veterans off the street, housing for veterans, better VA benefits for veterans. I'm being biased right now, of course, but I don't use the VA because I don't want to deal with the red tape. I've got some issues from my service, but I want to leave their attention to those who actually really, really need it. So, but yeah, VA needs a complete reform for sure. Education could go to education. It could go to infrastructure. Some roads are just god awful. So I don't think we need to hand out $5,000 checks, but everybody's screaming right now. Speak for your damn self. I want my $5,000. I can buy medals with that. So who knows? Everybody's going to have a different opinion. Oh, let's see.
Enough to me would all go to paying down my own debt. So yeah, I'm all for it going towards some sort of debt.
Yep.
Pay down debt, no refunds or spending it elsewhere. It would, in my opinion, that would be the smart way to go.
Mm-hmm. Larry says his is great on gas. Cough, cough. Larry, I've seen your beast, man. That thing's huge.
Humble Stacker was saying, did you see the qualifications for the check?
I have not.
If you get earned income credit for child and receiving a return, then you don't qualify. All my children are grown and moved out.
Yep. Big Test says pink belly wouldn't work on a black dude like me. Doesn't matter. They just won't see you. Just won't see it, but they'll still do it. It doesn't matter, dude. Big Test. It doesn't matter, man. Color. We didn't see color in the Marine Corps anyway. Everybody was, believe it or not, we were actually pretty colorblind in the Marine Corps. They were our brothers, no matter what, brothers and sisters.
There you go.
Did we get along all the time? Absolutely not. I can't
Absolutely
tell you.
not. No.
I got into fights. It's just like your brother or sister. You know, you fight with a sibling. It's the same thing in the Marine Corps. You're going to fight with your brothers and sisters. It is what it is. But yeah, everybody got it anyway, regardless of color. We called them either light green or dark greens. That was black and white in the Marine Corps. Let's see. Thomas, good question. Since the government can't print money, why do they collect taxes? Well, somebody's got to pay for the cash and the fiat cash that the Fed generates every year. It's not free. There's a price on it. And that's about when, if I'm not mistaken, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's about the same time when they started charging the government to print their money from the Fed. It's about the same time they implemented income taxes. So, and they were going to use that. The initial idea for income tax was to help pay for that.
Yeah, it was supposed to be temporary. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's what it was, believe it or not. I may be wrong on that, but I think that's pretty close.
Yeah, the government got the majority of their money from tariffs before income tax. Income tax was supposed to be temporary, but of course they got greedy and never turned it off.
The government got greedy? Get the hell out of here. Come on.
Hey, man, I'm telling the truth.
You can't handle the truth. Southeast, what's up? What is up, Southeast? Welcome, buddy.
How are you doing, Southeast? You just put up a video. I need to go over there and catch up.
I know I got to get caught up on some videos. Elle says they need to get rid of property taxes, especially after what they jacked up to this year. Holy crap. God, they think my house is a mansion or something. I don't know. Judging by what the taxes went up to. It's the man cave. That man cave isn't even registered. You know that? They don't count it in the square footage, which means the people who did it before never permitted it.
Yeah, well, it's over top the garage, so maybe they added it on.
Well, yeah, it was probably done after the house was built, but it's not counted in the square footage.
Temporary. Did we not hear those words in 72? Exactly. Exactly.
It's only for a minute, guys. It's only for a minute. Ben says fiat backed by diddly squat. Yep, the ink that it's the paper that it's printed on, basically.
Or knows. You know what? I went and got some allergy medicine. I don't even have allergies, but I was like, we're gonna see if this helps. Yeah, this cough is driving me nuts, dude.
Cough is still getting you, huh?
I've coughed like 100 times already. I just keep muting it so y'all ain't gotta listen to me.
Let's see where we at. Yeah.
If you own your home, get rid of the property tax. You never really own anything. That is 100% correct.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Take zinc. Ben says take some zinc, buddy. I got a kilo bar of it. You want to gnaw on that?
Mail it over.
I will. I'll send it. I've got a kilo bar of zinc, believe it or not. I used it for a video that I did on alternate metals a couple years ago. Big bar of zinc.
See, now you need a big bar of silver, 500 ounce at least.
With silver at the price it is now, that'll cost you.
Arm and 3 legs. That means
you
have to borrow money from a friend.
So I got one more topic, and we're going to talk real quick about the Fed because that's kind of interesting that we've already kind of touched on it. They have decided to hold interest rates for now, so we're going to stay between 4.25 and 4.5 for the near future. They cannot lower rates because the inflation is still too high. They're expecting slower economic growth, so that's actually a recession signal. So we'll see what happens. But the uncertainty is putting markets on edge, which we know what happens when times are uncertain, right? What happens? When the stock market is uncertain, what happens?
Everybody goes to the metals.
Spot on. Metals go up. Metals thrive in uncertainty, so that's good.
Yep.
Let's see. Gold and silver is going to hold value during a recession or during downturns. And we know that gold has actually outperformed during economic downturns. So hang on to your metals. Hang on to them. If you're stacking, you're ahead of the game. Let's see. L says the table and chairs are covered in pollen. We don't have pollen yet. It hasn't gotten here yet. I'm surprised. Normally it's here.
We've already got it.
I've got a little bit, but not like covering the yard.
Well, my dark blue car has got a sheen of yellow on the top of it.
My orange car is still clean. Can't see a single thing on it. Very light film. I'm sure it's coming. There's no doubt it's coming.
Well, my yard's full of pine trees, so we get a lot of pollen every year anyway. I've never had an allergy problem until last year, so when I broke out the medicine today, maybe it'll help. We'll see.
Well, it's funny. I never had any kind of allergies before, but as we get older, it seems like they start to develop a little bit.
Yeah, I've never had them in my entire life. And last year, my doctor tells me, you've developed them now.
As a kid, I used to be able to roll around in poison ivy. I never even got so much as a rash from poison ivy. I could roll in it and never get a single thing. Now, I just brush against it in the yard. I'm like,
the guy down the street can burn it in their burn pile and I'll break out.
It's insane. I am not looking forward to pollen season. I'm not. I hate it. I hate spring here. I'm not a fan of summer. Just give me the fall. If I could just live in fall for the rest of my years, I'd be happy.
Paul says, I'm trying to get my family to start stacking, and they think I'm dumb. They have no clue the value of stacking. And you know what? Most of us don't until we start paying attention to it. If you want them to start, then you're going to have to really show them how it all works. You have to open their eyes to it.
Yeah. Well, here's the problem. Bear in mind, stackers, our little community everywhere, the whole United States, we make up far less than 2% of the population overall. So you have to understand
1%.
It may be
less than 1%. Yeah,
it's really a tiny percentage. So you got to figure there's 98 to 99% of the population that has no clue that a 64 quarter is worth more than 25 cents. So
exactly.
They just don't know. So take the time to educate them, show them. It's the best you can do. I mean, you're not going to convince everybody. A lot of people are down on metals. They don't agree with it. And here's the biggest reason. The biggest reason why? Because they can't buy it and make a fortune on it. That's the whole, they get into metals for all the wrong reasons.
They're looking at it as an investment.
They want to invest in it. And it is the worst investment you can get into, to be quite honest. And I say that so often in my videos. It's not an investment. It's a savings account for me anyway. I'm not buying this stuff hoping to make a fortune on it. I'm not banking my future on metals. I have other investments for that. So.
And that leads to Ben's question right there. He said, is anyone stacking for retirement? That's exactly what I'm stacking for.
Yep. I'm stacking for property, real estate. The whole damn thing is going to real estate when the time comes.
That's right, Steve. Stacking is insurance. It is your wealth insurance, your money insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So in theory, I guess I'm stacking for retirement, but it's not to sustain me. It's to buy my dream log cabin in the mountains. That's where it's going to. So when I cash out, that's where it goes. And
we've got 46 in chat. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
Well, the good thing is my kids won't inherit my metals. They'll inherit real estate, which I'd rather they have. So
we got 46 in chat. Y'all go ahead and sound off. What are you stacking for? What is the purpose of your stack? I said mine is my retirement. That's my goal.
Yep. Technically mine's retirement, but it's for something kind of tangible instead. My investments are for my retirement. My silver and gold is for real estate. And that's what got me into this thing. That's why I got into metals. Just for that sole reason was to say, as a savings account to put towards land. That's been the whole purpose. That's been my goal since I started this mess.
Yeah.
So my retirement, everything else, all my investments are for retirement. This is for the end in real estate.
It's like a lot of folks are on the retirement train.
Yep. Humble says
Inflation hedge.
retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Humble says retirement now that there might not be Social Security. Boy, that doesn't piss me off. Look, Social Security was never going to be a means to keep you afloat when we're ready to retire, but good God, I've been working since I was 14 years old, and when the time came where I got legal checks, I've been paying for the generation before me since I've been 16, and then when I get to this point, it's not going to be there. That's a raw
I
deal.
tell it to folks all the time. By the time I get there, I doubt there's going to be any Social Security left.
We'll see. We shall see. I don't know if it's a hedge. I mean, metals have been, everybody says metals aren't a hedge against inflation, but here's the thing. They actually do keep up. It may not
Correct.
seem like they do, but they do keep up.
As long as you're holding it for the long road, they absolutely will keep up. Hey, Bellows Forge, what is going on?
What's up, Bellows? So how many guys have you run into that say, I bought my silver back in 90 or 89 at $6 an ounce, and now it's 33, and I'm making a fortune? And I always pop that balloon for them. I'm saying, okay, so have you factored in how much purchasing power the dollar's lost since you bought that silver? Guess what?
Yep.
You're pretty much breaking even.
I have to explain it to folks all the time.
You're not getting what you think you're getting back. I mean, yeah, you're making a difference on it, but in the end, what have you really gained? So that's why I look at it.
Savings. What's going on? You were absolutely right, dude. And I hear that all the time. And folks are always looking at it incorrectly. They're looking at it as an investment. And they'll get burned every time if that's the way they're going to look at it.
Buy Up Gold and Silver says he offered to send a guy an ounce of silver and he didn't want it. That's where we're at. That's where we're at as a society. No question. Who's the guy that was out there on the street with the 10-ounce bar of silver and the Hershey bar? And he
that
said,
was the Stacking Surfer.
Well, no, it was actually someone. Wasn't him. It was a well-known comedian or something. It was somebody with his.
Because Stacking Surfer did it last year. He did it with 1-ounce bar and a chocolate bar.
And everybody was taking the chocolate.
Oh, like probably 90% of the folks he asked went for the chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah. People don't know. Steve says too many folks have nothing in the bank and think Social Security is going to be enough. If it's even there, it's not going to be enough. So hopefully everybody's taking steps to go beyond. Even 401k, I'm not counting on to be enough.
Yeah.
You know, it's doing well. My 401k is doing pretty well, but I'm almost afraid to see next quarter because of what's happened in the stock market. I've made my adjustments, but it hasn't been good. It has not been good. Jim said his check came in today and personally thanks us. You're welcome, Jim. You deserve it.
You are very welcome.
You deserve it.
I've been buying bismuth $4 to $6 a pound. Now it's $55 a pound. Wow.
Is it that much now?
That's crazy.
Bismuth?
You said since China stopped exporting, $55 a pound.
I was just going to say, if you have heartburn, you can gnaw on it for a little while and make the heartburn go away.
There you go. Let's see. Some nursing homes are $20K a month. I was just talking to somebody yesterday or day before, and his aunt, the place that she went to, is $12,000 a month.
Yep. For
a retirement home.
We had before my wife's father passed. She was kind of a late addition to the family. They were in their 40s when she was born, so her parents were much older than mine. But we had him in a nice place. It was an assisted living, kind of more of an apartment than anything, because he didn't really need any medical help. He was pretty healthy for 92. Yeah. But long story short, it was $8,000 a month, and he wasn't getting anything for it. They were feeding him, basically. That's all they were doing was feeding him
for $2,000 a week.
And then we walked in one day. He had a banker's lamp on a table next to his chair, with the glass top. Well, he had knocked it over, and shattered glass, and he walks around barefoot, and he was on blood thinners. So if he had cut something, he probably would have bled out.
Yep.
And we asked him. I said, "Hey, how long ago did you break that lamp?" He's like, "It's been like that for a couple days." I'm like, "Dude, I got hot. I got hot." I walked out of that room and I went right to the friggin' director, and we had it out. I'm like, for the money that we're paying to keep him here, you guys can't even clean up glass? Well, we didn't see it.
That's insane.
See it? It's right in front of his chair. Unbelievable.
Jim Thompson, you have a great night. Thanks for hanging out.
Good night, Jim. Appreciate you, buddy. Let me know when that package gets in. But yeah, no, they're crazy. Those things are insane. I couldn't afford $12,000 a month. It would wipe me out within a couple years. Seriously, my whole retirement.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. At that price, just let them stay in their home and hire them a live-in care.
That's what we thought about. We thought about renting them a place and just hiring some. It would have been cheaper, hiring a full-time care. But if something, I don't know, if something happens and they fall, and I guess that doesn't work. Let's see. Yeah, L. I went nuts. I went absolutely nuts. We had it out. He had to shut the door because I was a little bit loud, which I guess I get loud. You know how those Italians are. Those Italian guys, man, you can't talk to them without getting them mad.
Snake Bite, have a good night, buddy.
Good night, Snake. Appreciate you, buddy.
I'm only 52 and getting real old kind of freaks me out. Understandable.
Well, the good thing is my Italian family, the guys in my family, do not make it past their 80s. So I'm checking out early, baby. I'm good. I'm not going to, hopefully I never see a home. Hopefully. But watch, I'll break the mold.
Is that the way it's going to go? You're going to be 110?
I'll be 110 and sitting there in the day room drooling on myself, cognizant of nothing.
With a 130-pound dog in your lap.
Oh, Lordy. Yeah.
Ben, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. He said he always enjoys these live streams.
Glad to have you. But
you
yeah,
know what? We're going up to hang out with you next week. I think I'm going to pick up something. If we're going to give away that copper piece from him, we'll find something at one of the shops to give away too.
I'm sure we'll find
something. My
dad
passed at 67. Didn't think I would make much past that. My dad was 73.
My dad is still around at 76. My mom is 75. They're still kicking.
That's awesome.
Still kicking. I'm glad to have them around. I really am. I'm blessed to have my parents still here. Jen has lost both of hers at this point. So she took it pretty hard. She did take it pretty hard. That's your parents, man.
That's absolutely. Yep. That'll tear your world up.
Speaking of grandparents, I remember when we cleaned out the house up in Rhode Island when my grandmother passed. My grandfather had him a stash of silver. Good Lord, he was saving. He had a ton of, he had well over 1,000 ounces of silver, and I don't know how many pounds of constitutional. He just kept saving and saving and saving. So I think my dad ended up taking it. I don't think he cashed it in though. I think he's holding on to it.
Well, good.
So, and I'll probably get it if God forbid something happens to him.
Thomas says his dad, 90 years old, and he's a retired Navy Master Chief. That's fantastic.
Nice. It's always nice to have them around. It really is. But my biggest fear is they're going to hit a point where they're just, because both of, let's see, Jen's mom had dementia, and it was just a horrible it was just a horrible thing to see. Just watching somebody you love just completely go downhill. It's rough.
A friend of mine's father is going through that now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Elle says she's nice, but if you abuse the elderly, kids, or animals, you'll see the dark side of me, and it ain't nice. That makes two of us, girl. That makes two of us. There's been a lot of times where I put more regard to dogs than humanity. That is so unfortunate as that is, because it just, you see everything going on in the world, and you're just like, whatever. Whatever. That's why I love dogs. Uncomplicated.
Until
Terrible.
they run you over. Your dog tried to run me over last time I was at your house.
He could probably take you out, dude.
I know he could. He always pushed me off the couch. Let's see. Old man was sound of mind. Just got tired of fighting.
Same with
That happens to a lot of them. Yeah.
Same with my wife's dad. He couldn't remember what he did 5 minutes ago, but good Lord, if you ask him who won the World Series in 1957, he'd tell you.
He knew all the details.
He knew everything. He just couldn't remember the present. So he just got, and he said the same thing. He goes, "Just let me go. I'm done. I'm tired of this shite. Just let me go. I don't want to be here anymore." I mean, he was 93. He had a full life and then some.
Absolutely.
So what a great guy, though. My father-in-law, what a fantastic guy. Just just heart of gold. He was a good man.
Thomas says, dogs, drunk people, and small children don't lie.
Thomas says, we don't deserve dogs. Damn right we don't. I'm telling you right now, we are very fortunate to share a relationship with a pup. A lot of people don't. If you don't own a dog or if you're not pro pet, people don't understand that. When we lose a dog or cat or whatever you've got an attachment to,
yeah, but
people that don't have pets, they don't understand. They don't understand the bond. It's just a dog. Every time I hear it's just a dog, and I'm like, you have no idea.
No, it's no different than losing a child, dude.
They're family. I mean, they're a different kind of family, but to me, they're family because my kids are grown. So those are my kids.
Everybody I know that's lost one that they've had for multiple years and years and years are absolutely devastated from it.
It's one of the hardest things in the world, man. Letting them go or having to put them down and all that stuff. It's miserable. But some people can't even be in the room when they put them down, and I have to be. I don't care how miserable it is. My dog isn't going to go out of this world without seeing my face last. I can promise you that. That much I can promise you. Dogs are the best. Cats, I'm not a cat person, but I know people that love their cats. They love their cats. So what else we got going on in the world of metals? There's got to be, what else is shaking? What's up, Stuart?
Hey, Stuart, what is up? He says his dogs helped him raise his kids. My whole childhood, we had dogs all the way through my whole childhood and pretty much all my younger life.
The only time I have not had a dog is my time in the Marine Corps. That's about it. And even then, we found these strays over in the desert, and we kind of adopted them, as a kind of unit pets. We fed them and kept them and made sure they had homes before we went back home.
Thomas Goldbacks, for me, great for artwork collecting, but it's not a stacking item for me.
No. And the Goldback bugs will tell you it's not for stacking. It's got a purpose. It has a use.
It's for currency, correct?
It's for currency, and I'm like, yeah. And how
but
many
either way,
states?
for me, it's just an art piece of art. So
it's going to have to be a lot more than 5 or 6 states for Goldbacks to become a thing.
You never know; it might turn into something major.
Look, I'm not saying Goldbacks can't become something. I'm just saying I don't see the viability now at this present time. That doesn't mean they won't. I mean, that's just my opinion. So it is what it is.
Paul, there are Billows. Take care now. Paul, there are, in fact, most of your major mints, especially like Silvertown, they will put anything you want on a silver round for you. So if you really want to, it's not cheap. You gotta pay for the dies to be made and all that stuff. But anything that you want put on a silver round, there's a mint out there that'll do it for you.
It's pricey. It's definitely pricey. Good answer, Humble. Ben had a question. Anyone in a paper currency? And Humble had the answer of the year. Yeah, I use paper currency to buy my metals.
That is fantastic.
That's the answer. That's the answer. But no, as far as paper currency, I have a few. I have a few bills from the good old days, but I'm not real big into them yet. Maybe
Yeah,
someday.
I've got a few of them, and there's a few that I would love to have, especially the old educational notes. I would
Yeah,
love to have at least one of each. But that stuff's freaking expensive. That's pure collecting. That's not stacking for me. Well, and when it comes down, those are numismatic items as well. So
Yep.
I would
Yeah,
love to have them, but I don't have any right now. I've got, I think, two or three notes.
right now, the only numismatic that I'm into is Morgan's. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Paul says he's buying a furnace to make the rounds and researching on making the cast. Yeah, pouring's a lot of fun. We both, MSJ and I have both poured quite a bit. And
I was supposed to pour this past weekend, but I was out running around with Tim, taking him to some shops, looking for some Morgans to finish the set.
Did he buy any?
No, the shops we went to, none of them had any of them that he needed. He only needs 5, and he's done. So yeah, he's right at the end of it. Because you remember at the show, he just spent like $2,500 on 2 Morgan silver dollars at the show.
That's what's killing me, man. Because I know that if I'm going to finish this album, that's what I'm going to have to do at some point.
Well, he spent $1,195 on one and spent $1,300 on another one.
Good God. You know how much I could buy with that?
Yep. Did
Mm-hmm.
you all catch Sal's live stream earlier this week? There was a link for a free half Florida go back. I heard about it, but no, I did not see it.
Yeah, no, I missed that one too.
Big Test with the $2 super chat. Dogs
Big
roll the last face my dog is gonna see is mine. There you go.
That's always the case when I have to put one down. Big Test. I wouldn't have it any other way. Nose to nose, eye to eye. That's the way it is.
Tony says that link for that half gold back is still good through today.
All right. Hey, when we get off the chat, maybe we'll check it out.
I'll see if I can find it, put it in the thing for everybody. Let's see.
FG Stacker, I don't remember seeing you sneak in, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, he was in earlier when we were doing roll call at the beginning.
I missed that. He's been lurking.
The hard part about Sal is he puts out so much content.
I don't think he does
4 videos a day. So
he doesn't do anything else but YouTube at this point. That's his job.
Well, he's got Summit Metals is his channel sponsor now.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
I think I've bought from Summit before. They're not bad.
Let's see.
Yeah, L, I'm with you. Basket case when you put them down. I know. It is an unfortunate feeling, for sure. Defy the grid. That's right. They sell those things. I think they sell goldbacks.
Who's that?
Defy the grid.
Oh, I've never heard of them. I don't know.
They're big on. I know they're big on goldbacks. I sell a bunch of them. Humble's doing the silver Zombucks. I just can't get the premium on those things, bud. They're cool.
I've got a couple of them, but they're definitely just the premium is kind of strong there.
A little bit.
Or you can do like silver and gold, not silver and gold, silver and cigars. As soon as they launch, he buys a tube of the silver and a tube of the copper.
Ben says the premiums on big online metal company. Yeah, they are getting high. They are getting high. No question. Becky, I have not seen that. You'll have to post it. Finn, thank you. I guess FG Stacker did a pour for her.
Oh, that's cool.
Finn 59. Glad you enjoying it, man. We're just wrapping at this point. We've pretty much done the whole show. I think we're just kind of rambling at this point.
Michael Stacken, you have yourself a great one. I know he's getting ready to start his show.
Yeah. Good night, Michael.
Yeah, it is 10 p.m. already.
Yeah, we've been on for an hour and a half, right? Right at an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Well, what do you say?
Yep. Another great chat. Always fun sitting here chatting along with y'all, and just having out about the metals. It's always fun.
For sure. For sure. We'll have to check out Sal. I'll have to look and see what he's got there. Check him out after.
Defy the Grid is giving away gold box on Sal's show. I was just looking over there, but I couldn't find which one it was. I was going to put the link in here for y'all, but I'm not sure which one it was. Let's see, great conversation and information as always. Appreciate it.
Matt, have a great dinner.
Link ordered, already shipped. They had silver rounds at Spot as well. That's freaking awesome. Yep. Y'all ought to go over to Sal's and see if y'all can find it. And especially if you can get you a spot deal for silver while you're at it.
Yep, for sure. Humble, thank you. Always nice chatting with everybody. Good to see everybody.
Heck yeah, absolutely.
We're going to wrap it up, I think. I think we're at that point where we can wrap it up. A couple people have some places to be, so we're going to let them go. I can't thank you guys enough for being here. We always have a blast. We really do. And we try to, I hope that we presented something tangible tonight, as in every show. But even just the conversation with everybody, we do try to keep it interactive. And we can do that because we're a small chat. But you guys drive the show. I mean, I have a few topics, but you guys drive the show. It's your show. You drive it. We'll go along with you. And we appreciate all the input and all the support. So that's it.
Always a blast.
I think that's it. That's it. Al, thank you. All right, folks.
Real quick, Paul did say go to Defy the Grid and use code SAL40 to get your free gold back. That's cool.
We'll do it. I think I've bought from them. I think I bought gold backs from them before. I can't remember. I'm almost positive I've had a purchase from them, and they were pretty quick to ship. Silver Oceans, how are you?
Coming in while we're getting ready to head out. What's up, Oceans?
All right, so folks, we are at MSJ's channel next Wednesday at 8:30. So we'll catch you over there.
As long as everything goes okay, I'll have a link up for it tomorrow.
Yep. My video is going to be premiering Sunday in the afternoon. So be sure to catch that. And MSJ, I think you've got something coming out soon, right?
As long as I uploaded it today, so I just got to, finish a couple things on it. So it'll be coming out tomorrow afternoon.
All right. So be sure to check that out. And we will catch you guys at the next one. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you. We're having a blast doing these shows. I like what we have going here, and it's all because of you guys. So thank you.
Yep. Look forward to it every week.
Absolutely. So guys, have a great week ahead. Stay safe. Have a good weekend, and we will catch you on the flip side. Good night.
Y'all take care. God bless.
Get stacked.